Zabel. Monty Johnson, who was enrolled at Texas, switched back to Oklahoma. Fine punter. Puts it in the air, and look where it came down. Joe Killingsworth tried to down it. So, in this centennial year of college football, we have a timeout. And the score is Oklahoma 14, Texas 7. Smiling faces in the Cotton Bowl. Happy co-eds, young men attending Texas and Oklahoma. And now it is 4th down, less than a yard, inside the Oklahoma 5 for the Longhorns. Jim Street conferred with his head coach, Darrell Royal, and they go for it. Splitting, spire to the near side. Wishbone tee, and they have the first down. Jim Bertelsen, the sophomore from Wisconsin.
A very good use of the snap count that time. Texas had been going on a long count. They got Oklahoma to jump offside twice. That time they came to the line of scrimmage and snapped it on the first verbal. Oklahoma wasn't quite ready for the charge.
Good block by the offensive center of Texas, number 52, Forrest Wiegand. And as you see, the ball is at the 1.5. First and goal. Texas now trying to cap an 80-yard drive. Bertelsen, touchdown. Jim Bertelsen has scored his 4th touchdown of the year. Number 35, as Bob McKay throws the block. And there are 2 happy folks. Even happier is this youngster from Hudson, Wisconsin.
He really dove for that goal line. Had he not gone low and under, he wouldn't have got it. Oklahoma was making a good pursuit pattern.
And now, Happy Feller trying for 17 in a row to tie up the ball game. Up and good. Well, we have a tie ball game with 8 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first half. Texas was down 14-0. They came back, have scored the last 2 touchdowns. This time, a total of 11 plays going 80 yards.
And the pregame patterns of both teams holding quite true. Oklahoma with their offense trying to maintain the ball with the hard driving running of Steve Owens. Bell. Texas also would like to run, but Oklahoma is so tight defensively with so many men close to the line of scrimmage that they have to hit the long pass in order to set it up, and both of their touchdowns have been set up by the fine throw and catch.
Now we're looking at Marshall. Steve Owens is also deep for Oklahoma. The score is tied 14-all, and with the wind to his back, Feller really put the foot into that one. And it'll be a touchback for Oklahoma. And the ball comes out to their own 20-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Both teams now have run 28 plays. Both teams have scored twice. Oklahoma now, 82 Zabel, split to the near side. And Steve Owens carrying on the play. Scott Henderson there helping to tackle.
And I believe that that's the first time that Texas has stopped Oklahoma almost at the line of scrimmage on 1st down. Texas has been yielding around 4 yards on the 1st down plays, except for 1 incomplete pass that Oklahoma had.
They gained about 1.5 yards. Let's call it 2nd and 8 now. Mildren giving to Bell. Did you see that sophomore break the first tackle? Zapalak finally puts a sure shoe-top tackle on number 35, Roy Bell. And it's a 1st down for the Sooners as they come bouncing back. With the ball at the 43, a 21-yard play. It's 1st down, Oklahoma. Owens. The shifty bull of a runner, Steve Owens.
Let's watch the blocking on this play in slow motion. You can see the 2 setbacks. Bell swinging wide as Harper goes up to make the block. Owens has the ball, and look at that block by Harper. The safety man comes up, Zapalak back. And Owens breaks to the bottom of your screen and then downfield, driving for every inch that he can get.
17-yard run by Steve Owens. First down at the Texas 40. Roy Bell, the ball carrier, number 35 in white, limping just a bit to the far sideline. Zapalak on the tackle.
And that's the first time that the end has come in to challenge the first handoff man. They've been handing the ball off right in front of him. That time Zapalak stepped in and hit the handoff man. If he continues to do it, it does set up the option play.
Jeffrey Nordgren, number 19, has replaced Bell. Second down and 8. Owens carrying. Tessis, number 77, in on the play. Very little gain, about a half yard. Owens now 17 carries, 81 yards. 12 straight games that he has gained 100 yards or more for the Sooners. Third down, and let's call it 7. Texas defense covers the receivers. They get Milgren, Glenn Halsell, number 67, and the defensive left end of Texas are in a hurry, and the loss is back to the 46. That's a loss of 9. Fourth down and 16. The score tied 14 all. 5:41 remaining in the first half. Spire is deep. Monty Johnson will kick. Left-footed kicker rushed hard. Spire calls for a fair catch at his own 18-yard line. Cotton Spire, Mr. Everything it seems, number 88, catches the ball after a 28-yard punt.
Let's watch the kick again. High pass. Monty Johnson brings it down. He's a left-footed kicker. Watch how close this kick is to being blocked. Here comes Texas. It looks as though they're in position, but the lane was open, and he did drive the ball through the lane, kept it from being blocked.
Bertelson, flanker to the near side, outside Spire, number 88. Worcester on the delay. Loss on the play. Steve Aycock and Steve Castile.
And Oklahoma, expecting the pass, had the rush on against the draw play.
So it's second down and about 12. Score tied, 14 all. We're at the Cotton Bowl. But in 7 days, we've had 2 terrific football games. Alabama and Mississippi last Saturday night, and now Texas, Oklahoma. Jimmy Street of the Longhorns. Spire apparently was the man that Street wanted to hit.
The rush broke down the timing of the play and also destroyed his vision. He simply was getting rid of the ball.
3rd and 12. You know, the NCAA notes with pride its members' strong contributions to the nation's physical fitness. More than 155,000 students at NCAA schools participate in 24 different organized sports, including 37,000 in college football. 3rd down and 12 now. Ted Coy flanks to the far side. Spire going out. Spire has the ball. And is down at about the 34. Castile and Pierce covering for the Oklahoma defense.
And let's watch it again in slow motion. Spire, outside break, deep break. And as Pierce dropped back, the second cut to the outside, and you can see that he is wide open. His Street hits him perfectly. Watch this little move. It's a good thing that help was on the way. Number 84 coming over to make the tackle. Files, the monster man.
Spire now 5 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Street throwing again to Spire. And the sophomore defender, Glenn King of Jacksboro, Texas, pulls him down.
What we call a little hitch pattern. Spire taking 2 steps down the field and then 2 steps back and being hit right on the line of scrimmage with the ball. Hopefully he'll get turned upfield and be able to make the move downfield before the defensive halfback gets there.
Spire now with the torn jersey at the bottom of your screen on a 2nd and 2 from their own 41. Billy Dale from Odessa, number 22, tried for the first down. Let's see where it is. Officials looking. He's calling for a timeout now, the referee, Duff Simpson. Jim Files and John Watson tackled for Oklahoma. Here's the measurement for a Texas first down. Jimmy Street, number 16, the quarterback. First down, Longhorn.
The official's timeout gave Spire an opportunity to come over to the sidelines to get a jersey change, which they're working on. Hopefully we'll get him back without having to take a called timeout.
Now the bands are beginning to move from the stands. What a halftime show coming up. There is Cotton Spire, who caught a touchdown pass today, getting a new jersey. Ken Eric is filling in for him, number 45. Number 43.
Come on, defense is going.
Texas with that incredibly sound running game, passing more today than usual, as Worcester, the fullback, moves out to the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Texas total gain rushing thus far, Chris, is only 29 yards, which gives you some idea of how tough they're being played on the ground by Oklahoma, but they gained 160 passing.
Score tied, 14-all. Worcester tumbling up near midfield. But the officials say is knee touched at the 48, a gain of 2, which brings up a 3rd down and 5. Street now has thrown 11 times, completing 7 for 160 yards. And Texas passed for only 119 yards in its first 3 games.
And the moral of that is you go with what's working for you and why pass if you can run them.
And they found out early the running game wasn't going to be much against Oklahoma. Spire, the intended receiver, and that brings up a 4th and 5 for the Longhorns at their own 48 with the score tied.
And it looked like a broken pattern. Spire thinking that he was supposed to get the sideline cut. Street thinking he was going to fake the sideline and roll and go deep. Talking with Darrell Royal now to be sure that that doesn't happen again.
So it's a 4th down and 5. Scooter Monsingo with the wind to his back, ready to kick. King goes deep, number 21, along with Stensrud. That's a good kick. And speaking of that wind, normally we have the Goodyear blimp, the America, here to bring you those exciting overhead shots. But because of the strong winds, America, the Goodyear blimp, is grounded. It's time out here at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. Our end zone shot of the Cotton Bowl. Famous. Many, many games, but none more famous than the annual rivalry between Texas and Oklahoma, these two great southwestern states. They're always wonderful to visit because the inhabitants have a great pioneer spirit. And so do their football teams. Right now, after a punt, 1st and 10 from the 20 for Oklahoma with the score tied. Minute 59 to go. First half. Roy Bell getting about 6 yards.
Oklahoma has 4 timeouts remaining unofficially, so even though the clock has only a minute and 46 seconds, they do have quite a bit of playing time remaining.
Now it's 2nd and 4 for the Sooners, who scored 2 touchdowns, leading Texas 14-0. Texas came back. Steve Owens. Did he lose the ball? Whistle blown before the fumble. So it's going to be a 3rd down, and let's see where the forward progress is marked. At about the 28, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 as Leo Brooks makes the tackle.
Something you rarely see, Owens fumbling the ball. They exchange the ball deep enough in the backfield that he has a chance to put it away, usually before he's hit.
Shelley is to the near side. But Jack Mildren stays on the ground with Steve Owens. Number 36, Atessis on the tackle. And that appears to be a 1st down for the Sooners. Thus far, Oklahoma with 13 first downs, Texas 10. And you see the ball is at the 31. Jack Mildren. Dell again with a spinning effort following the contact. Number 86 is Mike Campbell. He wears 86. His twin brother Tom wears number 84 on the Texas defensive unit.
And it appears that Oklahoma is simply going to maintain possession of the ball, not taking timeouts to try to score. The yardage is very interesting. Let's get us to here after this snap.
Mildren getting the bell on 2nd and 7. Being forced out of bounds by number 67, Halsell, and 23, Danny Lester.
And Texas has made 160 yards passing, 31 rushing. Oklahoma 171 rushing.